It'll happen. It always does. This is the first time.
Oh, I know.
You know. It's just a matter of time. And
The
he
other
knows
day,
it.
he drove through my yard, and it was like right through my grass. And I'm like, you know what? Called him in, and well, he went to the trailer park, parked, left the vehicle, and had to walk right around the back because they were probably watching the house.
I like heard it maybe 8 weeks ago and just thought, yeah, it's a bruise and just work it off.
If I knew that he was
When I
wanted
was down at the
I would have
party on Friday, I was stuck
in
going on
the
it,
shop,
pop and.
5 times.
No, it's in my heel.
Looking for tires for his new, the white cars.
I was thinking like
Looking for
10.
tires for it.
Did it feel like someone kicked you in the back?
Stops by the leg tires.
No, like not in the back, but like.
I thought they had them on this stuff from.
Okay.
Yeah, first I just thought I stuck
Stuff a
with
long time ago.
something.
They haven't done anything with that. I don't know why. Is that Iowa County? They've like done nothing.
No, it's not
Suck.
Or I don't know if we have to pick up, or you know, once somebody picks them up, and then he's gonna have to finish his business in each county. Like if we pick them up
Yeah,
first,
cause like.
we hold him, we get all of his business done, then we'll give him up to someone else, and then it works the same way. If they get him first, they're gonna do their work, so he could, you
That
know.
gives you pain in your
So he
heel,
knows
but not
once
a
he's
pop.
caught, he's in.
Yeah, see, the problem is usually the Achilles.
Can stop coming.
They're thinking
I've done
like,
both of my
just
hands.
With that
ligament or tendon through the
As
bottom.
long, we just need, the same thing, we just need.
Those girlfriend I hear has worn a
They got it, that's a lot.
I don't know who she is.
Yeah.
So I go in for MRI, just they're gonna tell me she's like. It's not very tiny.
I have a whole page that
Oh,
notes or two.
Probably a few others too.
I still made it into your bar on
I think I
Saturday.
drove by there and I thought for sure I saw Chris or something.
Well,
You still want something for like a long time.
Couple shots.
It is, last time
I was like, I mean, it looked identical to him, and I'm like, holy smokes, and then
But isn't
they,
he-
it wasn't an hour later in the
No,
commercial.
I maybe went down, I wasn't.
I don't
Is that
think
what
they were
state
off.
though too, isn't it? Get an email on
Like no marking.
Went down for
It's the
maybe an
exact
hour
same cars that
before
show
we
up every
came,
time,
saw Missy.
except they got a new black Grand Cherokee. Yeah. The lady driving it, she was all sacked out and she comes flying out.
I'm a side
I just happened to
sleeper,
be going
so it
by
sucks
as
to
you were
have
on
to,
the
I
phone.
have elevated.
there. I didn't see anything.
You can like feel your heartbeat through it, like it's not
At least they're
real,
really, when he
not
does.
like sharp and pain, but it's like a dull.
There's no gunfire.
I
They
think
prescribe
we're
you some
starting to
anti-inflammatories which help stuff.
The thing is, he's always one of those caught.
Two weddings coming
He
up.
just tried to get it.
Two weddings.
And I think he's mellowed out with
For some reason.
I kept thinking that too. It's nice.
Well, he used to live in the house.
I know the 19th, but it's-
Well, his daughter did.
No, I just like you and I had something.
My house too is because I can put a lot of pressure
Thankfully, we
on
got
it and catch
them out.
the swelling down, so it's got like 4 places to like pump air into, like a big air pipe. So I'm constantly like kind of pumping on the heel just to, my heel's the size of like a softball.
Oh, yeah, yeah, somewhere. Yeah, somewhere. I haven't seen you in a while.
All of a sudden I'm like in the middle of
A lot of
10.
times when they're all together.
I am gonna
they don't
get it out the first crack at the budget.
Yeah.
And they're mad because
When they
we're
do
there.
show up.
You know, to guys on Friday. So you have a chance to. Right, and then you're also gonna have people here.
It's an interesting family.
So you're gonna have to stay in the
I thought maybe Chris, I haven't seen
The 19th will have, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they missed her.
Oh, yeah, Brandy Anderson, she just came out, she just
Kicked up.
road training.
I mean,
She's up at the, I think, she's just beat,
You don't,
I
you
know,
won't be
I
exactly.
know, I was there, I'm like, oh my gosh.
If you were being
Never mind.
I talked to Brad last night, he just got back from Wyoming. Half a mile from their campsite, which is part of the forest. They showed me a video of the helicopter, taking water out of the river, taking it up and dumping it. I said, Lenny must have been really good.
Fingers crossed.
Well, I'm on vacation, yeah, driving back Monday, Tuesday, I'm under
12 miles on horseback.
And I think it's nice, like, just
That's
use
not
music
kind
on
of-
it. Instead of, you know, people not hearing anything.
Yeah, just as where I'm working, and then it's good, I get back.
I told him, I said, you know, I found this place in Port Washington.
Yeah, when I get it done, if I
You
get.
know, all you gotta do is call the guy up when he butchers, and you can go down and buy the phone. He says, how much is that? And I says, a lot cheaper if you're going out to Wyoming.
And now we have to spread out. Oh, yeah. And so, okay. I mean, I don't know. I think we should figure that out that way. That's just my. Well, no, I got to, because we went on the Stone Park on Friday and, must have been put up. So, to be honest, I don't know. I was the receptionist. I was answering questions on every front and it was, I didn't get to do my epic parade floor, which was just fine. Had big pictures. Next year, next year.
I don't party at all.
One more year.
Well, that kind of parade.
Tough truck, that's all.
Yeah, I did drive the.
I would, what I'm planning for, I might need that kind of
Comb,
thing.
first lot.
Gosh, he was at the reunion for dinner. I
He
haven't
crashed
seen
it
him
in
in
a
4 years. He's
No.
got 2 kids.
Last year.
Yeah.
Oh, for this
Oh, we
year's parade?
had a great time.
Oh,
It was
years ago?
actually kind of like me, Derek, Josh Wendell, his wife. God, who else is staying up there? There was a whole. That was cool. I was cool to hear what they're traveling a lot. We can't like sit still, which is wonderful. Except they have to veto some of the kids' choices, because maybe that's not the right place to go right now.
It's like Animal House.
They kind of.
Did it say eat me on it?
Then I had to drive it from Rick M's.
It was kind of fun, getting together that first night. After that, it was
Stacy, so guess where we're going?
His wife seems like a sweet.
never do that again.
I mean, we're very compatible people.
Very, very long time.
Yeah.
Then I put together a house, and that little house, folks, yeah. Put on the
He
show.
is in Marshall, but he is at the Capitol and he's doing some lobbying things. I said, I'll vote for you if you run for president. So I tell him every time I see him. And I say to Misty, I'm like, you look really good.
Had two left, don't you?
Yeah. 2 kids, mini-me's,
So there's two left from last year.
2 blonde, little mini-me's. He's doing great. He goes and does all these.
You can have your lunch right in front of
talks
them
and
as you
stuff.
drive it.
Good thing you didn't get into an accident, probably would have.
Well, we had fun.
Oh, and she was not there because she was doing a dual, conference symposium. She is a professor at like 2 different colleges where she is. She's brilliant. She's, like, so, she's doing really good. She's married. No, Ted was not there. I was kind of concerned, but no, he did not. Yeah, I was,
So it was
because I
like
tried to look
Kleenex
up some more
tissue.
information about it. And anything.
The tissue paper. How are you?
Yeah, so I think like a seal, something serious.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Which who would have
All
thought?
Stacy figured out.
No, but he had talked about going to, but he didn't. Derek Thorson never got a piece of it. She's doing really good. Oh, she's exactly how you expect her. She's got it all set up real nice where she's at. She's got a little baby too. But they try to, no, and I, you know, I found Aria for the last one, but I just don't feel like I can find her for this one.
Sunday or Saturday?
Amanda's gonna come, but she just started a new job. Yeah, where's she?
Did you get tickets on that?
Oh, she had, we had a blast with her. Sarah
Then
had.
the Black Earth Fireman is Saturday.
Yeah, you should do something.
Oh, I thought
It was
were
fun.
short.
Might be shorter for you.
The hint is well taken.
That one.
Should I give you my handouts now?
It'll keep us in suspense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we Skyped her late. He's in Arizona, but he's just starting school.
They delayed me today. Called in, to clear that guy, and they delayed me. The last time, it was all right, everything went fine. The time before they delayed me, and the time before they delayed
We raised that issue.
Yeah, I thought so. I was very relatable.
And then kind of make it or something.
Or they do it right on the phone.
Talk with Brian Berkowitz about it, and actually just announced.
I wish there was some way they could tell and find out what the reason is being made.
Okay,
I can go
we're
pick
here at
together.
6 o'clock. I'm gonna call this meeting of the Board to order. The meeting was properly posted on September 5th, amended on the 9th. Roll call.
Eric,
Here.
Beal,
Here.
Pearson,
Here.
Mickelson, Roland,
Here.
Schlapp,
Here.
Springsted.
Okay, we have a quorum. We will conduct business. Item 4, additions or corrections to the agenda. If there are none, is there a motion to approve? Motion. Motion by Ray.
Second.
Second by Troy. Discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed by the same sign. Motion is carried. Item 5, approved minutes from the last regular board meeting. I caught an error that was made by the scrivener, and I called her and she immediately blamed it on a cursor error. So what we have here is a case of the clerk cursing the cursor. So I would take you to item 7 on the first page, village president's report. Look at the last 4 lines. And on the first of those 4 lines, halfway through, it starts, Mark feels that the plan they came up with is very aggressive, planning on being completed by September 9th. That whole section should be inserted at the end of item 10, public works report. And the clerk agrees. Are there any additional changes? Is there a motion to approve the minutes with that change?
Motion approved.
By Jeff,
Second.
second by Ray. Discussion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed by the same sign. Motion is carried. Item 6, appearances and significant correspondence. This is for anyone who wants to speak on anything that's not on the agenda. Hearing and seeing none, we will move on to item 7, village president's report. I have nothing tonight. Item 8, village administrator report. Can I just summarize quickly, Peter?
Bulk of the time is being spent on the 2020 budget and other financial things. One interesting part is, so I talked to Simple Network Consulting, which is our IT group, about our security, especially ransomware. A week and a half ago, I don't know if you caught the news, but 25 cities in Texas all got hit on the same day for ransomware. ransomware. And so it's becoming more and more of a problem, especially for municipalities, because all our information is out there for open records. So it's very easy to try to scam a municipality. We are sitting in pretty good shape. We have backups done every single day. Our antivirus updates every 2 hours. This antivirus, our company's been using for over 10 years. They've only had 2 instances where anything got through, and one of them was because someone turned off the antivirus. So it's very good, but there are other steps we can take to get stronger, and because if we just stay the same, the criminals keep getting smarter, something's gonna happen.
But we're processing with a cloud-based solution, are we not?
Well, we have a backup both here and on the cloud, yes, we do.
But aren't they doing patch management for us? Aren't they doing antivirus? Aren't they
They're
doing?
doing antivirus, yeah.
So that's part of the contract, that's part
Right,
of what we're paying.
it's part of what we're paying, and that's already being done. It's just, we're looking at what possible things we can do to get stronger, and they'll give us a report on that.
Questions, Peter? We will then move on to item 9, deputy in charge report. We have a different deputy reporting tonight, so this is a nice change of pace.
So we had just finished Wild West Days. It was well organized, a lot of fun, just a few minor police involvement with that. The only thing that really stood out to me in this one was the sexual assault. And there was a reported sexual assault. It's an ongoing investigation. And all I can say is they knew each other. It's not like we have a stranger out. Any questions?
Questions of Stacy?
Thank you.
Thank you, Stacy. Okay, items 10, 11, 12, 13 are all second board meeting of the month. Item 14, Lake Marion update. Mark, anything? Item 15, update on Mazo 2020 committee.
No meeting.
Item 16, violations of property ordinance.
Sent out formal letters, and the first 2 were taken care of already. And the police sent out one more letter, and that was taken care of the day after.
We've got some violators that haven't complied yet, I take it.
Yes, and we're all in the process with all of them.
Item 17, flood update.
This one, we're starting to get a little bit more information on the HMGP, which is basically the buyout program. We got a letter from Wisconsin Emergency Management about it, and also from FEMA about doing an environmental study. Both instances on it, the Wells property was not included. I had talked to Dale the first time we got one of those, and he said, no, he says, that's not final, don't worry about it yet, he said. But then the second one, I talked to him, I said, this is really showing something. He goes, yeah, he says, it's becoming obvious that they're not included. So I called the Wells up to explain to him what their situation is. Once we get the official letter from FEMA saying which properties they will pay for, Dale Clemmy, our flood consultant, has other plans for trying to get the Wells property included and also remediated all. So
But
put that.
not through the FEMA.
Not through the FEMA, not as much covered as the FEMA would, but there are other programs out there, so we're gonna work on that. I had already talked to Jacob about that, letting him know that, but we can't do anything until we have the letter in our hand saying that they're not included. Because we may, if not all the properties that are right now in the program aren't included, we may try to include some of them in it too.
So we applied for 7, the 6 are still in.
We're down to 6, yeah.
And they're graded 1, 2, 3, 1 being a priority and 3 being
Right.
least.
And they're hoping to have enough money to go all the way through the ranking,
Okay.
but there's no guarantee, but nothing's final yet. And the ranking was done by Wisconsin Emergency Management, so people might see something a little bit different too.
Questions? Hearing none, we're gonna move into old business, update on brush recycling site. Mark?
last meeting, our village engineer had been working with a consulting firm to have the wetland delineation of the two former lake beds remapped to show that they are not wetlands as they are recorded. So our engineer consulted with this individual who did some background work, and she feels that it is likely that it can be remapped, and she has a proposal that I think you all have a copy of, and I guess that's where we're at.
So this is she is trying to determine that this was an artificially created wetland and is not, because it is an artificially created wetland, it is not something the DNR can control or define as a wetland. So if we get this delineation removed, we could conceivably move to the back part of that property out of sight and start a recycling.
We could fill it, we could change it, we could do anything we want. Right now, we are pretty handcuffed to, we're very limited to what we can do, as long as it is considered a wetland.
Okay. The three things the DNR has control over is burning, and if we chip, or we wouldn't have that issue. And the second thing is compost can't exceed 50 cubic yards, and if we ensure that we don't exceed that, that won't be an issue. So the third one is the artificial wetland, and if we get this taken out, that allows us to use this area for a brush recycling site. So let's take up then item 2, contract with Natural Landscapes for wetland determination, just for the benefit of those in the audience. Thank you for, this is addressed to Mark, thank you for this opportunity to present this agreement for wetland delineation services for the property reference. The wetland delineation includes the required off-site mapping review, on-site field investigation, which is vegetation survey, soils work, and hydrology identification, flagging of the wetland boundary, and the wetland delineation report for the parcel project area referenced above. The wetland delineation report includes the data sheets, the wetland survey figures to the report, site photos, aerial photo review, and a custom soil resource report, all required in order to obtain Wisconsin DNR concurrence. It also includes mileage and the federal reimbursement rate and other expenses. If there are any wetlands present, it's assumed that the required survey of the wetland boundary for the report will be provided by others and supplied to this company in order to complete the report. They will need the survey in PDF or JPG format, and must be the scale. Wetland boundary must be labeled with a date and flagging. Also, a report is required even if there are no wetlands located within the project area in order to document the results of the field work. The final report will be delivered to you as a PDF file, and that fee for that is $3,250. Now, there's an optional additional service which it seems to me, Mark, we should accept as well. Is that your recommendation?
Correct.
So this is Wisconsin DNR boundary concurrence. It includes submittal of the report to the DNR, the required additional site visit with DNR, and also facilitation, coordination, follow-through of the entire process, and that fee is $600. So it looks, in addition to this $3,850, DNR charges a fee of $307.50, plus there is going to be a service, which we would pay for as well. It's a lot cheaper, folks, than going out and buying property. And this consultant feels, what does she feel is the outcome of this?
She I had the conversation about spending this money for preliminary work. And she assured me that she has done enough work behind the scenes to have confidence that it has a high success rate. She feels that it would be worthwhile pursuing.
And it's your recommendation that we enter into a contract with Natural Landscapes Inc.?
I would recommend that we engage in this contract with the possibility of adding some of our engineers' time and a survey. I would suggest not to exceed 5,000.
I don't know that you want to limit yourself to that. You're using our engineering firm for the survey work?
It depends on item 3 in new business. If there's a chance that we could identify this with our own instruments.
Mark, let's just approve this contract, the
Yeah.
fees for this contract at this point in
Fair
time. I
enough.
wouldn't set a not to exceed.
Okay.
Is there a motion to approve the contract with Natural Landscapes to the amount of $3,850?
Make that motion.
Natalie? Second by Jeff. Discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And opposed, same sign. That motion is carried. We'll move into new business. And item 1, we're going to have a very short presentation from the Historic Preservation Commission by Sarah Shackle.
All right. I'm gonna give you 2 handouts. The first is a very short, because we're in the short these days, compilation of the activities, the major activities of the commission in the last, actually 18 months. I thought I came here just a year ago, but it was in March, so it's been more than a year. So I put together a few figures from April through the current time. And the other thing I'm handing you is from the State Historical Society. We are, because we have a historic district and a commission that oversees that historic district, we are also a certified local government, which means we have an official relationship with the State Historical Society, with the rules of the state of Wisconsin and with the National Park Service that regulate what we do in our district, as well as our local ordinances. And our commission, which is made up of 5 members, and 2 consultants, oversees administering those local ordinances as well as the state and federal ones. And you can see from what I handed you, we have been somewhat busy in the last 18 months. We have had 7 applications for certificates of appropriateness, which means, for those of you who might be new to all of this, which means when you are when you have a building that's in the historic district, and I think there are 28 now buildings in our downtown historic district, if you want to make changes, alterations, improvements, corrections, renovation of your building, and then we don't really regulate the inside, but we regulate the outside. So if we make any improvements or changes to the outside, you need to come to see us. And our job is to see that they are historically correct, that they retain the integrity of the historic downtown. In addition, I'd like to add that I think our commission takes seriously the whole idea that we need to retain this beautiful historic downtown as an economic engine for the economic revitalization of closely with the property owners. We try to do as much as we can to help them and to, you know, see that, because we want them to make improvements to the properties as well as they do. So I think that's all I have to say. I have made a written request for, as long as I've been on the board, we've never had a budget. We are an official arm of the government, you know, you'll appoint us. We serve, I try to uphold the law, but we've never had a budget. And so I did make a small request for 2 items. The major one, I think, at least from my point of view, and I'm only one person on the board, was that the signage, there were 4 signs in the community, or in the edges of the historic district, saying we are entering historic downtown Mazomanie. They were destroyed in the flood. They were in bad shape anyway. And so I am requesting that and they were originally purchased by the village of Mazomanie back in before 2000. The district was started in 1987, I believe. The signage went up, I think, in 98. Don't hold me to that. But anyway, I did request that we put money in the budget, it's very small amount, to replace those signs. Any questions?
Your committee has done a lot of difficult work in the last year and a half, and you've done a good job leading it. So for those that haven't looked at this handout in detail, this is very interesting and tells a lot about what these folks do. It's important. It's an important job that they do, and they've done well. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. And because we are a certified local government, we do have access to small grant money from them. It's not really for bricks and mortar stuff, but it has helped us in the past, and I hope we'll be able to help us in the future. And if any of you ever have any questions about anything we're doing, you'll know where I am, so just ask me.
Thank you, sir.
Is that short enough?
It was. Okay, into business again. Item 2, resolution requesting exemption from county library tax. Oh, and for the benefit of the audience, just very quickly read this. Whereas the Dane County Board has established a county library and levies a county library tax as authorized under section 4557 sub 3 of the Wisconsin statutes. And whereas the Dane County Library Board has determined that the library serving the village of Mazomanie meets the minimum standards of operation established by the county board in compliance with section 4311 sub 3 sub D of the Wisconsin statutes, whereas section 4364 sub 2 sub B of the Wisconsin statutes provides that a village or city which levies a tax for public library service and appropriates and expends for a library fund as defined by section 4352 sub 1 during the year for which the county tax levy is made a sum at least equal to the county tax rate in the prior year multiplied by the equalized valuation of property in the city or village for the current year. And whereas the village of Mazomanie will appropriate in 2019 and expend in 2020 an amount in excess of that calculated amount in support of its library. Now therefore be it resolved that the village of Mazomanie hereby requests of the Dane County Board of Supervisors that the village of Mazomanie be exempted from the payment of any tax for the support of the county library service as provided in section 4364 sub 2. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Gary? Second by Jeff. Discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion is carried. Item 3, recommendation of utility commission to approve converting to Arc Reader GIS for digital mapping at a cost not to exceed $18,555. Mark, do you want to give a very succinct explanation of what you're asking?
Sure. This is actually a two-pronged project. Our 4 utilities have a digital mapping database, and they also have a hardware device that is a Trimble GPS unit. The software that we use is called Arc Reader, and it has been around quite a while. Our engineering firm has migrated to a new software package that is called ArcGIS. It's a cloud-based system, and in order for us to continue, we're at the point where for us to exchange data, we need to catch up to their software. Separate from that, the handheld device that we've been using in the field is, has a Windows formatted software package that is no longer supported. And so for most of this year, part of this last year, we have not been able to do any internal, excuse me, mapping, and we've been using our surveyor from our engineer. So at probably quadruple the cost of having our own staff do that work. What we have proposed is to, well, in order to keep working with our own staff, we need to move to a different device, and what we have suggested is a device that simply uses an GIS antenna, and you bring your own device, whether it's a smartphone, a tablet, whatever. So you're not married to that software that's internal. It's not something that's brand new. What we're looking at has been out on the streets for a few years. There's 1.9 million of these devices being used in the country, so it's pretty popular unit. And so with that, we're looking at updating our hardware and software at the same time and spreading the cost over the 4 utilities, somewhat derived by the amount of usage they would get.
So for the benefit of board members, this is the document you should reference. The far right-hand column totals $18,555, which is the amount of request. It's broken down between electric, water, storm, and sanitary, or sewer. Electric, $6,738, water, $4,438, stormwater, $3,688, and sewer, $3,688. That's how it will be allocated between the 4 utilities. Through July 31, the water utility is exceeding its budgeted income by $23,077. The electric utility is exceeding its budget by $32,652. The sewer utility is a little short on budget, $8,811, but the sewer utility is the cash cow, has more than enough cash to pay for this, and the stormwater utility is at a break even, but again, the cash is there. The utility commission felt that this was a reasonable request, and their recommendation to you is approval of the request.
Mark, I'm sorry.
This is gonna just be Mazo, it isn't going to be Vanguard?
This is Vanguard would use this device in Mazomanie. This would be owned by our 4 utilities.
The data that we currently have is transferable to this new system?
Yeah, half of the estimated cost is that transfer.
Okay.
This number would likely be less than what they're estimating, but 8,500 of it is the transfer of data.
How long does that last? You know how technology is.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, 2 years from now.
Well, that's that's where we're at right now. The
That's
device that
great.
we have right now it's a handheld device that has a antenna built into it, and it's a fixed unit, and we're stuck because they stopped supporting it. This device that we're proposing is an antenna that gives you the accuracy, and how you capture it and retransmit it to the cloud is whatever tablet or handheld device you want to use. So in 5 years from now, if we have a tablet that has software that's not supported, you buy a new tablet for $700 and the antenna still.
I guess that's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
How easy it would be to update without.
That is why it's so popular. We're not the first ones that got wrangled in the corner.
Well, I'm sure. I make a motion to approve.
Motion by Jeff to approve the request,
Second.
second by Natalie. We'll give it to Natalie. Discussion. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed by the same sign. That motion is carried. Item 4, appoint Tim Wick to Utilities Commission as Mazomanie citizen representative. Who resigned?
Which one?
Has been on the commission for the last couple of years, and work conflicts and family conflicts drove him to the point that he said, I really need to free up some of my time. And he was a good member, so we're gonna miss him, but Tim Wick will be a good addition to the commission. He's agreed to serve, if you agree to have him.
So moved.
By Jerry.
Second.
Second by Troy. Discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed by the same sign. Item 5, Lee Lavoy regarding stormwater concerns of 406 Walter Road.
I'll come with her. So she's got some pictures of our 404 Walter Road property. As properties change, it's affected the amount of water running across the property underneath 14, and of course the rainfall as well. I don't know what this property was designed to be able to handle before. There's no culverts in this property at all to water management at all. But the water that is coming from the south side of 14 is coming through the culvert under 14. Anytime we have a large rainfall of 3 inches in a shorter period of time, we get up to 20 inches of water in that parking lot, which we see as an issue that needs to be addressed. We're trying to determine whose issue that is and who needs to do something about it, who needs to address it. Talking with the state highway department, trying to figure out what they were doing with 14, is not going to increase it, they claim, even though they will be increasing the ditch on the south side of 14, from basically the bus barn to Walter Road, which to me that would increase more water under 14 if you're increasing the flow of that direction. But they're claiming that it would not. They're also stating that there was an initial plan when they built, or when they started to put together a plan to alter 14 to move this water further down as a stormwater sewer system to the other side of Brownies. That is not their plan at this point. We're just trying to determine how to best protect the property, and I guess, at what point do I have to deal with something else that somebody else is creating? Every time we put another home up on the hill, it creates more water through those drainage ponds, which don't hold water. I don't know what the design of them is or who put them together, but they do not hold water or retention of any sort. They basically allow it to run right across the top of them and out the culvert. And all the street drains all drop into that same water. So I guess we're trying to figure out how we're gonna deal with this, and Mark's been out there and has seen a couple of them, I think, where it's